What is going on, everybody? Zach RC here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome along to episode number 11 of the F1 2021 driver career for the Russian section of the Formula 2 season. We've got just 4 races remaining and we hold a 22-point lead in the championship over Yuki Tsunoda. Our chances for the driver's title are looking pretty good, so we're going to see what we can do in these 2 races today and hopefully build that lead a bit more, starting right here in the feature race.
And here in Russia, today's race is about to start. We're at the Sochi Autodrome, and the drivers on the grid are almost ready to begin. Join us as we enjoy today's Formula 2 event. Let's examine the Sochi Autodrome then. 2 DRS zones around this 3.6-mile circuit, one on the long run towards turn 2, and another leading into turn 13. 18 corners in total, and plenty of opportunities for the drivers to push their cars to the limit. With so much time spent at full throttle, engine failures are a risk that teams must be prepared for. With me at Sochi for the Russian event is Davide Valsecchi. This is a long and complex circuit. Davide, what are your thoughts heading into it?
Hi Alex. Yeah, you're right. This is still a very exciting circuit. Lot of winding turns and high-speed straights. The racing here should be extremely close from start to finish. I think we'll see a great race today, and I can't wait to get underway.
With that then, let's run through the grid order. Mick Schumacher lines up on pole position, and it's Yuki Tsunoda in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Cohen, Matsushita, Felipe Dragovic and Schwartzman, Ticktum, Ilott, Giotto, Marcus Armstrong, Alesi, Joe, Jan Daruvala and Sato, Piquet, Aitken, Markelov and Nikita Mazepin, Galeo, Delatraz, Samaya and Roy Nissany completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
So here we are then, guys, now on the grid for the start of the Russian feature race, starting here in P3 in our ART machine behind Mick Schumacher and Yuki Tsunoda. Hopefully we'll be able to do something on this start as we go to 5 red lights here at the Sochi Autodrome for round number 21 of the championship. Lights out and we are underway. It's a decent start from us. We've only lost 1 place today, so that's definitely an improvement of what we normally do. We've lost 1 place to Matsushita, Dragovic and Schwartzman, 4 starts behind us. They weren't able to make up as much ground going down towards turn number 2 now. Tsunoda's on the outside, Matsushita's on the inside. There's nowhere for us to go this time, and normally this would be where we pull off a dive bomb of some kind, but there's nowhere for us to run. So we go stick it up the middle of both Tsunoda and Matsushita, who collided with the MP Motorsport car on the right hand side. We've managed to go up into P2. We've gone a bit wide off our line there, and that's allowed Schumacher to pull away. Only very slightly with the lead, but we're going to try and come up the inside. We have to back out of it though, and go over the orange curve a bit. Now there's orange curves, you have to look out for those throughout this race, because those things are absolutely deathly, and they could destroy your race if you were to go over one. So we're still in second place here, just about over Yuki Tsunoda. Schumacher's still running up front. We're going to try and close him down over the course of the opening lap. Apart from the runnings in the first couple of corners, it's been a very quiet opening lap so far. We're going to try and close in on Schumacher now. Coming down one of these next few straights is going to be the best opportunity for us to try and attack throughout the race. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. Hopefully we'll be in the lead and having other drivers trying to defend from us, which is about as exciting. So still chasing Schumacher now. We're half a second behind. We've still got serious work to do chasing him down, but this third sector should really play to our strengths, or at least the car strengths of the braking and the technical turns that are presented to us on the Sochi Autodrome. Look at that gap that's closing there, slightly more Schumacher. He's pulling away. We're going to close him. We're going to reel him in once more. We'll keep an eye out for Tsunoda, who's right behind us there. He's going to slipstream coming down the home straight and back down towards the right-hander at turn 2. Going to the last couple of corners now to complete the first lap of the feature race. Still running just behind Schumacher here. There's no DRS until lap 3, and that's going to be a crucial factor at this point. But I reckon we're still going to have to slipstream. We're close enough here to try and make that move. Very close to him now, less than half a second. Here we come. Like I say, no DRS. We're relying on pure slipstream here in the race for the top spot. Tsunoda's not concerned behind us. Of course, the more point, the higher we can finish than him, the more points we can gain in our championship challenge. To the inside of Schumacher, nice and clean, and that shoves us up into P1 for the first time today. So decent overtaking, once to try and defend the lead. Schumacher close back up again, indeed he does. So moving down the straight now, in towards the end of sector 2, Schumacher trying to make a move. He pulls out to the right hand side, but he's going to back out of it and yeah, he's back out, and then we're still going to hold on to the position. It's not over yet though, because we're going to run wide here, and that's not good at all, and that's going to allow that's going to open the door for Schumacher, and he takes the opportunity and reclaims the lead of the feature race. So we've still got to fight our way back past him now, and Tsunoda's trying to go up the inside. We're going to give him the room, we're going to force him out though, so we're going to give him the room going into the corner, but force him out coming out of it, and now leave us holding on to second place and just chasing down Schumacher. Now this is the crucial part here, because we're going through the detection zone now, and we have that DRS, and that's important here. Later on, or early on in this race, we want to try and take the lead as quickly as we can and try and pull away. So we've got the DRS activated now, so we're going to have a better run on Schumacher than we did last time, which is helpful because we're further away this time than we were. I forgot my last lap, so we're going to pull to the inside, go for a mighty dive bomb, going into turn number 2, or turn number 3, whichever one we want to call it, and that'll put us back up into P1, so not too bad. I feel like those two straights have been shown so far have been the main opportunities for attacking today, which I'm not at all surprised about, as is the design of the Georgia drum. Schumacher closing in once again though towards the end of lap 3, this time pulled to the right hand side, sorry, to the left hand side. I keep getting my stuff mixed up today. But nonetheless, there he's down the inside. We're going to try and force him away. We're just going to keep ourselves from running wide as well, so we're going to have to be very careful with that for the rest of the race. We saw what happened during the second lap. Schumacher still just behind us here. We've managed to close him away, and that means we still hold on to this race lead. So we're going to continue to hold on to this thing. The next, we're trying to hold it for as long as we can. I keep repeating the fact we're going to hold on to things. But Schumacher's still right behind us, so we have to be careful because this time he's going to have DRS on us. So this could be very crucial to the outcome of this race, because of course we don't want to have him pull away, similar to how he did at Silverstone a few races back. So here he comes now with the DRS. He's got a good run here. He's going to pull out to the right hand side. It's the only room he's got. He takes the lead away from us briefly. He's going to put it to the right hand side, though, slip to his inside, and there we go. Jeff has lost position, trying to keep focused. We've stayed focused, and we've still got the place back. That's very good driving there, and that's possibly one of my favourite overtakes that I've made so far this season. As we move further on now towards the midpoint of lap 4, Schumacher's still there right behind us, Matsushita in 3rd and Tsunoda in 4th, and like I said earlier, it's crucial for us that Tsunoda stays behind, because that'll be we get more points for the championship than he does. Schumacher's still there on the right hand side though. He's got DRS once again. It's not going to help him though, he's right behind us. We're forcing him into the wall. You can see the damage there if you look closely on the side of his front wing. So he's backed out strangely. There's some kind of issue with the game, the fact that the AI always back out, or most of the time back out throughout that corner, but we've gone wide again, and that's not good because that's allowed Schumacher to somehow come all the way back and reclaim that fight and take the lead. So we're going to try and pull to the inside and come very close to contact. Luckily we've managed to stay just behind him though. As we come to the last couple of corners once again, we're going to have to line up another attack as we go on to the start of lap number 5. We're going to have to try and get another attack with the DRS, because that'd be the only way we can really do this thing. Go for the last couple of corners, still trying to stay as close as we can to him. No fastest laps at that time, we're 2.3 seconds off, and speaking of which, we're leading our teammate by 2.3 seconds. Of course, Armstrong hasn't really been helping us too much in the Constructors' Championship. We've stayed close though. Here comes Schumacher, or here we come on Schumacher going. We'll try and go for another dive bomb here on the right hand side. We come very close to contact, and we still manage to hold on to the car, and no damage sustained there. We've got around the outside, we've taken the lead, so very good job for us there. As we move further on now to lap number 6. Schumacher still going on the attack once again. Where's he going to go this time? He pulls out to the right hand side, we're going to force him away. He's still there though, so this one could be very close. We're going to try and force him again. But here we come now. He's hit us. He's hit us. He's gone past, and we've lost both bits. We've lost crucial parts of our front wing, and that definitely won't help us. Matsushita gets through briefly for second. We managed to fight our way back past him. Tsunoda's still there in 4th. It's crucial he stays there so we can gain more points for the championship than he can. But we're now behind Schumacher. We've gone over the curve, and that's put a huge damper on our speed. So things aren't looking too good for us now. We've lost the majority of our front wing. We've now got to run down Schumacher. Got to get within his DRS range with just one lap left to go in this feature race. This one's going to be extremely close, so we can even have a chance of getting close to him. Matsushita's going to have a DRS on us, so I don't know if he'll be able to make a move for second place. So right now, I think that's all we can get out of this one. We're definitely closing on Schumacher. Maybe not all hope is lost. We could potentially have a go at him with a dive bomb going into the right hander here, but we're just not close enough. We came very close to hitting the back of his car. We don't want to do that and do more damage to our front wing. So Schumacher's gone now. He's pulling away. We're going to try and come back at him again, but we had to lift through the corner so we didn't run too wide and hit the wall, and that would have been the end of our race entirely. So Schumacher's gone. We can forget any chance of racing for the lead, and seconds all we can hope for at this point. So we move further on now, going into the last little chance for Matsushita to try and attack and take second place away from us. He's got the DRS. Where he's going to go? He's going to pull out to the right hand side. We're going to force him away. He tries to do a switch back and pull to the left. it wasn't enough, didn't have enough time to be able to pull it off. So going to the last couple of corners there, we've secured the position, and that should be all we need. Schumacher's now 1.3 seconds up the road, so it looks like he is going to win this race. But second, like I say, is all we can hope for. And it's still the lead in the championships. That's very satisfying in that regard. We'll continue to build that lead as Schumacher closing on Tsunoda in the Drivers' Championship. But this is another race down where Tsunoda could have gained points on us, and we didn't let him. He hasn't really much of a contender to us today. We're going to come through the last corner, take P2 in a race that I feel like we really could have won today.
Thank you for all your hard work out there. That was a strong drive and a good finish. Well done.
Well, what a drive that was to take the win for Prema today. And I have to wonder, Davide Valsecchi, just what set them apart from the competition here.
It was down to one thing: consistent pace over everyone else out there on the track. We could spend a great deal of time talking about race and tire strategy, what has occurred on the track, but at the end of the day, the difference here was down to simply being faster on track than everyone else. Amazing skill on show.
As we look back on a thrilling race here today, we can now see the drivers take their places on the podium. It's a familiar sight by now, as it's another successful F2 win for Prema. After this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Cohen increases their championship lead. And so, driver of the day then, Davide Valsecchi, who do you think you'd go for?
Let's give it to Luis Del Traz. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
On to the teams then. Prema moved to the top of the table. Meanwhile, a strong weekend from ART this time out, and they improved their position in the championship. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
So there you have it then. Mick Schumacher wins the race and we come home in second place. That's another 18 points for the championship. We're getting 6 more on Tsunoda in the championship, so I think that puts us 28 points ahead. We've still got a sprint race to worry about, and I'm really looking forward to this sprint race. We'll be starting from P7 on the grid. She was finishing second in the feature race. But like I said, I'm really looking forward to this one. 5 laps of sheer non-stop action. Let's go and get this victory, and hopefully that'll make up for the feature race, which of course we didn't quite win.
We're returning after yesterday's feature race for the final event of the weekend, the sprint. Down on the grid below us, the drivers are spending their last few minutes getting ready. Very soon, they're going to kick this race off in dramatic fashion. As we await the start of another hugely anticipated Formula 2 race, I'm joined again by Davide Valsecchi. Davide, as a former GP2 champion, can we get some insight to what is running through these young drivers' heads as they sit out on the grid?
Ciao Alex, it's a pleasure to be here. There are nervy moments, there is no doubts about that. Mental strength is the key to remaining calm and focusing on the upcoming race. Formula 2 is so competitive, and all of these drivers knows that they are going to be pushing each other all of the way. In this sport, you have to be able to control your nerves.
So then here we go, you guys, from P7 on the grid for the sprint race here in Russia. Really looking forward to this one. Hopefully we'll be able to cut through the field like we have been able to in previous episodes. We're somewhat of a sprint race specialist, so I'm looking forward to this one. 5 laps of non-stop action around the Sochi for 5 red lights now for the Russian sprint race, and we are underway. And this is a complete first here in any F1 2021 video I've made. I have not lost any places on the start, so we finally actually have a success here, and we're able to go straight on the attack. Kind of make up places on the start. Got Matsushita there in 6th place. We're going to forget about him. We'll go for a dive up the inside like we love to do. Up the inside, taking it 3 abreast of Tsunoda and Ilott, and that puts us up into P3. So immediate success. We've gained 4 places off the line technically, or through the opening sector at least. And we now have to work on chasing down Felipe Dragovic and Dan Ticktum, who's in the lead. And of course, we're defending from Callum Ilott's Virtuosi behind us. Keep an eye on Tsunoda there. He's still in 5th place, which is not, once again, coming in today, it was never enough to be able for us to be able to secure the championship. It does look like this part will go to Abu Dhabi regardless, but it looks like we'll be in prime position to secure. We'll have to be careful for any slip-ups we may face along the way during that race. So Coming now further through the second sector, still chasing down Subhash. We're within DRS range, but that's not going to come into play until lap 3 once again. Ilot's still chasing us down here. He could get a slipstream off, so we have to be very careful going down this sort of well, they call it a straight, but it's curved, so I never really know what to call it. I suppose you can call it a straight. But anyway, moving further on now, down, still half a second behind Drogovic and just over a second behind Tictum. So still got work to do here. Coming through to start the last sector on the lap. Still in control of third place, half a second separates us from Ilot. We're kind of just stuck in this gap with nothing really happening to us. We're closing on to Drogovic bit by bit, but it's not enough to go for a move just yet. We'll have to wait until getting a move coming down one of these next few straights. So coming to the last 2 corners now to complete the first lap of the sprint race. Still in third place, still on the podium, so doing a very good job so far. A lot of those places gained from those 4 we gained on the first lap. As it stands, we'll still be in the league championship, obviously. I just wanted to confirm it here one more time in my head because it sounds nicer. Moving further on now towards the end of lap 2, we've caught right up to Subhash, and here is crucial because this is where the DRS comes into play. So we should be able to absolutely breeze past the Brazilian going down this home straight. So here comes the DRS there, we'll get in the line, come up to the activation point, and there it goes. The flap is open and we are beginning to chase down Drogovic. Of course, I say chasing down, we're right there behind him. We'll move out to the right hand side now. I'm going to try and go on the attack, going for the move, going in towards turn 2, and that will not only put us up into second place and clear of Drogovic, it'll also bring us out a little bit closer to Dan Tictum as well. We're going to try and go for the lead within him the next couple of laps. So moving further on now through the start of lap 4 now, we've got the DRS on Tictum here. We're within half a second of him. Of course, you need to be within a second to activate the DRS for those who don't know. We're well in range to have a go at him. Here we go now. I'm going to pull to the left-hand side this time. We're going to try something different. Go around it, the outside of our fellow Brit in the damaged machine. We've managed to find our way past it. Squeezed onto the curb just a little bit. We've managed to hold on to it. And that is us up into the lead of the sprint race. Really well so Jeff seems pretty pleased with us, if I can't lie. So moving further on now into the lap. We've got a couple more corners to go before we start the final lap. We're moving into the third sector now. Tictum can have DRS here, so this could be crucial. We have to be careful here because we don't want it to happen to us in Schumacher in the last race. So we're going to make him forward. We're going to make him go to the left hand side. He's going to back out. No, he's still staying in there. He didn't choose to back out. There's contact. We've banged his right back wheel, and that's almost put us into spin. We just managed to save it, but that puts us down into second place. So this race is still nowhere near over. We're just under half a second behind him. We're hovering around that half second gap. It's crucial in this late stage that we managed to make it past him, try and get as many points as we can with Sonoda down in 5th. This is a really good advantage to gain. Of course, like I said, we can't win the championship here, but we need to be. We'll try and secure it as quickly as we can. We move on now to the last lap of the Russian sprint race here. We're going to have the DRS once again on Tictum. Which way will we go this time? Here we go now. DRS flap open the rear wing, and here we go charging down the straight. Drogovic is no concern to us. Here we go now, moving out to the right hand side, going into the corner. We'll go right the way to the bottom of the track, and we're on the inside, and that is clear us up into P1. Tictum still right there though, so we're trying to go the attack, but we're going to hold him off. We're hold him off for the time being. Sorry, I yawned a bit. Yeah, I've been yawning a lot this episode. I'm sorry about that, but still ahead of Tictum, and that's what matters at this late on the race. As we move further on now into the last possible port of attack for Dan Tictum here. He's going to move out with the DRS. Where is he going to go? He chooses the right hand side this time. We're going to give him the space, and he has the space on the right. We're going to try and switch back on him, try and go up the inside, but are we close enough? Here comes very close to being the exact same ending as last lap. But no, we've managed to back out of it. We stay right behind him here. He's going to try a separate move going into the chicane for the last time. We're on the inside. He has to give us the space over the curb, and we've put ourselves back up into P1. And Tictum is concerned with Drogovic now, trying not to lose second. And that's all we need to breeze through these last 2 corners. We've come through from 7th on the grid to take the victory today, and that is our 5th victory of the Formula 2 season.
Great job, you've done everything we wanted today.
So as they climb out of the car, the ART team are ready and waiting to celebrate a thoroughly deserved win. And Davide Valsecchi, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
This is why I love this sport. Their car dominates the track today. You could tell they went in full of confidence, with a clear strategy in place. They displays excellent knowledge of the track and made it count when it comes to some of those more tricky corners, allowing them to make huge gains on some of the less confident ones. I guarantee the fans will certainly be talking about today for a long time to come.
An amazing race today, and a very well-deserved one too. The team worked very hard to get exactly the right setup out of the F2 car that works for them, and the results speak for themselves. ARTGP winners today. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Cohen increases their championship lead. Now then, Davide Valsecchi, who would you say was your driver of the day?
For me, the RT driver was the best in the field today. They pushed and found some fantastic performance. It was a pleasure to watch.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Teams' Championship. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack. It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. We'll see you when Formula 2 returns.
So there we have it, another race victory, and it puts us even further ahead of Tsunoda in the championship, which is going to make the finale next time out in Abu Dhabi pretty easy for us. Unfortunately, I would have liked to see more of a title fight. We've been on a run these last two races, and Tsunoda hasn't been able to keep up with us. But anyway, that is the end of the video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this one. If you did enjoy it, make sure to smash the like button, leave a comment telling me what I could have improved on, and make sure to subscribe and check out the players. We've got a 39-point gap going to the last race. So I'll see you for the finale in Abu Dhabi. See you guys.